Welcome to Skigly and thank you for tuning in. We have the MSI Tomahawk B350 motherboard, which is the larger sibling of the MSI B350M mortar, which we recently reviewed. If you're an average user looking into building their rig and you will be using more than one PCIe device, then you may be well served by this motherboard. Or the other 10 motherboards that MSI. Four DDR4 RAM slots, 2 big MOSFET heatsinks for overclocking, Gigabit Ethernet port, 7.1 high-definition audio, USB 3.1 Gen 1, and Mystic Light Sync, all for a reasonable price of around 7,000 Philippine pesos. The B350 is the middle tier in AMD's lineup of AM4 chipsets. Below it, you have the A320, which caters to bulk and OEM builders. The A320 does not support overclocking. Above the B350 is the X370. Both chipsets support overclocking. The only major difference would be the native support for AMD Crossfire and NVIDIA SLI. Now, all of the Ryzen processors can be overclocked, bringing in the advantage of owning either the B350 or the X370 motherboard. You can slap on any Ryzen processors to either of the motherboard and still get the most performance out of them. But I do recommend buying the X370 based motherboards if you do plan to purchase the X version of the Ryzen processor. That's because the X370 has more features that is concentrated for overclocking. Most users, however, will be happy owning the B350 based motherboards. MSI has around 11 models of the B350 chipset-based gaming motherboards, and every one of them has similar features that I've mentioned earlier. Every one of them will perform similarly against each other. That is why we are not going to talk about performance numbers in this video. Now, if you're interested in getting the performance numbers of the B350 chipset, you can go over to my review of the MSI B350M mortar to get an idea. Going back to the Tomahawk B350. Now, why then do I say that this motherboard is the best motherboard for the average user? That is because you get a lot of features that I mentioned earlier for a very reasonable price. And that applies to MSI's B350 lineup of motherboards. MSI's lineup is a very generous one. Looking for a small form factor PC? They have the M80X lineup for you. And hey, they come in white, black red, and black white. You want 2 PCIe slots? They have the 80X lineup for you. They also come in white, black gray, all black, and black red. It's hard to go wrong with MSI's B350 lineup. The quality of their MOSFETs, silicon, and chips were already proven in my previous review. Because of that, I'm very confident in recommending any of MSI's B350 motherboards if you plan to build your rig. The only thing that you need to decide on would be, are you building a small form factor PC? Are you building a large form factor PC? Would be team white, red, or black. Hey, if you like my review of MSI's B350 Tomahawk, then please leave a like and subscribe to my channel.